So, what did they ever mention free zone inside of the org?
No.
It never got brought up at all?
I didn't know who Marty Rathman was. I didn't know who Amy Scobie was. I didn't know.
Handling, if you mentioned that.
Right. I had no clue who they were. 22 years. You got to realize this, 22 years, I didn't know anybody. I didn't know anybody outside the church. You had Freedom Magazine that with Dead Agent, they call it Dead Agent, basically smash anybody that's anything like that. I don't know if Xenu's real. You know, most people are afraid if they see that name that they automatically die. They automatically get sick. I probably read some of the stuff on OT3, not all of it. I don't know. I didn't get sick. I didn't die. And anybody who's on the outside didn't get sick, didn't die. You listen to Jason Begay, Jesse Prince. Mm-hmm. They got a whole different outlook on the thing. It's total bullshit. You know, total bullshit. And I don't know, haven't experienced it. But, I mean, I didn't make it up clear. I'm kind of glad I didn't, because I don't. When you have a tech dictionary and you open up the technical dictionary and you got over 7 definitions of what a clear is and over 10 definitions of what an operating thetan is, how can that be an exact science? Mm-hmm. An exact science by 50-some years would say, here's the definition of clear. We got it all figured out. It's one definition. Here's the definition of operating thetan. We got to figure it out. That's it. They don't have it figured out. That's why you got 7 definitions here. And I've asked OTs that have gotten out saying, what OT abilities? Really? No, there is no OT ability. Haven't found it, haven't seen it. I'd love for any OTs to come out to show me. And what's really interesting, at least here locally, anybody that's made it to OT, they were already capable people.
Yeah, they're already rich doctors.
Already rich, already successful, already doing well in life. They had the money to buy their OT levels. Now they're OT. They were capable before.
Just had some money.
Yeah, they had the money. Now they got the title, and it's all a title. And when you get that far in there, and you spend hundreds of thousands of dollars, and you've already bit the cookie, you can't really go, nope, I'm OT. You know, you can't not say you're not anymore. You can't. You have to continue the facade. You have to continue the lie. And I think I've covered about everything.
They changed the technology.
Oh, it's constantly changing, being repackaged. Yeah. Yeah.
It's like college textbooks. They come out with a new edition.
It's a business. It's a big business with devout followers. Big business. You know, they'll sell your house and get loans. I know one lady in there one night for the CCHR event donated $10,000. Excuse me. And we talked to her and she didn't have it. She went and got a credit card and put $10,000 on a credit card. And it's when. Like Jason Begay said, if you think you really got the mindset that you're the only one that can help, you're the only one that can save the planet, nothing else matters.
Well, I have a question for you. Sorry to keep asking. But when I had this and a couple of Scientologists were going into the org, a couple looked at it, chuckled, and then one said, "Thank you so much," and then went in. What do you think that was about?
Well, it says Xenu is real. Well, I guess they believe Xenu is real. Like, I don't know. I can't answer it. I don't know.
I just read in Scientology that they don't have this is our God, blah, blah, blah. We don't have that. You believe what you believe. So, if I saw it and I was still part of there, I'd probably laugh and be like, they haven't read the right material, but...
Well, Tommy Davis in different interviews, he said contradictory things. In one interview, he said, "Well, that sounds silly, and I don't recognize that." In another interview, he acknowledged that it was sacred scripture because the reporter had a copy of it in front of him.
Well, it is scripture. It is there. It's what Scientologists or OT3s believe. Mm-hmm. I don't think. I didn't know about Xenu until about a year ago, because OTs are not allowed to even talk to other OTs, are not allowed to talk to anybody. You're not allowed to talk about your case, what you've audited. at all. So that really keeps everything quiet, and it also makes that more valuable, because if you make something scarce and mysterious and overwhelming.
Has anyone ever talked to you about what you've audited before, like as you were trying to get out of structure?
Lucky for me, I really haven't had that much auditing.
So,
Luckily for me, I wasn't one of the rich and famous. So I mean, I've had Book 1 auditing or Dianetics auditing. I found it interesting. I've audited other people on Book 1 auditing and have done very well. I thought I helped them a little bit, but it's Dianetics with all the fluff and stuff written off of it is probably a valid just mind therapy in a sense. I mean, you can take it and corrupt it. You can take and corrupt anything, but you shouldn't have to pay for it. You shouldn't have to pay for it. But if I'm sitting down or talking to you and you had a problem and we started talking about it, and we talked about it enough where you said, "Oh, yeah, okay, I can see that." I mean, that's the basic idea, but no, you shouldn't have to pay for it. But if you come to a conclusion about a problem you had, well, good. Or you remembered something that was bothering you and troubling you, good. But that happens in everyday life too, and it can happen. Anybody can do that. But you could slap the name Dianetics on it, sell a book, but it is valid. I mean, it's common sense that should happen. So, of course, I said I've done the student hat, so I've done the study technology and success through communication and PRs and objectives. I've had some life repair auditing, stuff like that. I haven't experienced Xenu.
No past lives?
Huh?
Past lives? Past lives.
I haven't really experienced that. I don't. I mean, when you get into religion and somebody's beliefs, do I believe we're probably spiritual beings? Yeah. So does probably every religion out there, hopefully. Do I believe I've lived before? I had one incident where I thought was real and had some upset on it. But that's probably just one thing I've experienced. It was real to me at the time. It's very tricky to go into somebody's, I guess, beliefs. And I haven't experienced Xenu, so I don't know. I know LRH wrote Revolt in the Stars, which was, I read that, which is, they match up. So it never got off the ground, but he tried to make the movie Revolt in the Stars, which used the names and everything about OT3 data. Nobody in there knows about it. I didn't know about it in 22 years. Like I said, I've even talked to several people who've been OT3 and above, and just asked them, was it real for you? And I said, I have my own thoughts about it, that if you have been indoctrinated enough to really believe that the majority of what one person says is true, and you spend tens of thousands of dollars, hundreds of thousands, and open up a book written in policy letters by L. Ron Hubbard, and he tells you, here's the incident that happened, here's what you're going to audit. I do believe you will decide this incident happened, this is what I'm going to audit, and it'll be real for you, and you'll do it. It's like, could be hypnosis, I don't know, it could just be a devout following or whatever, but I believe people can put things there and decide they're real, and even if they use the e-meter or whatever, it'll show up. It'll run like a real incident. I don't know if it's real or not. I don't think it is. Or maybe it was just his. I don't know. It's not mine. So.
Have you had any harassment since moving?
Any what?
Harassment or fair game?
No, not yet. Not yet. Hopefully not. It's kind of funny that there's some good people that work in here. And like I said, they're oblivious, and it's unfortunate. I mean, they actually came over and gave us our declare, which I hear a lot of times, a lot of people are not getting their declares because it's a slanderous piece of paper. You know?
It was completely lies.
Complete lies.
Through investigation, well, what did you investigate? You didn't ask us anything.
Yeah, we didn't get an investigation. We didn't get what they call a committee of evidence or ComEv or anything like that. When we did leave, we talked to 3 of the executives in there. We didn't go public yet.
Yeah, we went privately, and then they declared us for publicly leaving.
Yeah, we upset him so much that when he left, he says, well, I'm going to declare you.
I will declare you, and slammed his fist on the table.
Yeah, I will declare you. And I went home, and I'm like, oh, you know what? If they're already going to declare, screw it. So I wrote on Facebook, here's what happened. Here's what Matt said. And then we just laid low, quiet for a while. I have trouble that when I get pissed off, I blast it on the internet or write something down or whatever. Yeah, that's my fault. They don't like it. You're not free to actually. They say, you know, you can freely express yourself. That's not true. You can freely express yourself against anybody else, not against them. They don't like it. They talk about making free individuals. You're so not free. So not free. So that's what I did. We got our declare. But not yet. But I don't know. This might give me some harassment. I don't know.
Well, yeah.
So I don't. I think the fair game is really in trouble right now because everybody's speaking out. Well, everybody's a generality. That would make me an SP. Paul Haggis spoke out recently, which was great in the New Yorker.
Right.
Jason McKay hasn't said nothing recently, but that 2-hour...
Changed the orientation film how many times?
Oh, Larry Anderson.
Larry Anderson.
Poor Larry Anderson. He just friended me on Facebook the other day and told me he read my blog and was all happy about it. But, yeah, Larry Anderson. The orientation film. I don't know what they're showing now, but Larry Anderson left. And Michael Fairman, he is another guy. He was an actor. And I'm really surprised I think it's Fairman, I hope I got that right. But he's on some films in there. And I think Dave Miscavige better go to claymation or puppets or something like that because he's running out of people. So he's going to have to make some vague looking videos from now on, claymation. So no, but I think everybody's speaking out. It's really difficult now.
It's all happening now.
Right, they're all... The fair game's really difficult now because they've lost their power. They've really lost it. Thanks to a lot of people speaking up. Thanks to Anonymous who went out there and started talking. I understand the mask because in the beginning, you know, you gotta watch yourself.
I'm not even sure I agree with it, but that was personal.
Yeah, that was personal.
And this is the voice everyone listens to. So.
Right. Anonymous, I don't disagree with Anonymous. They're being effective. And I understand that Anonymous in different areas could probably have different agendas.
Right, there's no...
Because it's anonymous. It's like their own little cells everywhere, and there's not a joint effort, but it's a common cause. Injustice, corruption, human rights, stuff along that. And I don't have a problem with that. That's what I got into Scientology for, because I thought that's what they did, but they don't. They don't go along that lines at all. And I guess Anonymous should keep up the good work and get together with the ex-Scientologists like you've been doing, because we know the buttons. We know the buttons, and just say keep up the good work, and go from there.